Good morning, my YouTube viewers. Crystal here. I decided this morning that I was going to make you another video on multiple time series analysis organized by group because I was working on it yesterday and I decided to work on another data set. And this is a data set of bananas that I got from the UK Gov website. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do a code review on this data set using multiple time series analysis by group using FB Profit. But before we do, if you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to continue receiving the videos that I make, please press the notification bell and you will receive a notification whenever I make a video. And if you want to keep receiving my videos, please watch them, because if you don't watch the videos, then after a while, YouTube will unsubscribe you from my channel. So now that we've got the formalities out of the way, I'll go ahead and I'll go over a code review of what I was working on yesterday. So I got this bananas CSV file from the UK Gov website, and I don't remember exactly what the website is, but I'll have to look at the website to actually get some more CSV files to work on. Because obviously I do competitions, but when you do competitions, it's always just a bit of the same, and I like doing competitions. I really enjoy doing competitions, but I think perhaps like you're not going to want to just see me doing a competition every video unless it's a Kaggle competition. I'm sure that you would love to see me do a Kaggle competition, so I may decide to enter another Kaggle competition using this methodology and see if I get anywhere on it. But the problem with Kaggle competitions is you have to submit them in a certain format, and if you don't submit them in a certain format, then Kaggle won't accept them. But when I use my own data sets and do my own research, then I can submit it in whatever format I want because it's not a competition. So we'll go ahead and do the bananas. As I said, I don't remember the web address where I got the bananas site from. I probably can find it on my email account because I emailed it to myself, which I think I'm going to have to email it to myself. Well, I'm going to have to go back and get it when I do my blog post, because I will be doing a blog post on this. And when I do the blog post, then what I'll do is I'll give you a link for the link to the banana CSV file and a link to my GitHub account as well. So if you want the CSV file and the GitHub account, then you'll need to read my blog post. So I wrote this program on Google Colab, which is a free online Jupyter notebook. And I'll say it's a lot nicer than it was 30 years ago when I was studying programming the first time. When I was studying programming the first time, you had to do everything on a 5 1/4 floppy disk. And then after the 5 1/4 floppy disk, you had to use a 3.5-inch disk. And then I stopped doing programming because I had to go to work. And then but things have really just advanced because now everything is pretty much online. If I have any questions, I have to ask the question online. 30 years ago when I was studying programming, you got a textbook and you had to try to find the answer in the textbook, and you had to try to write the program looking at the textbook, and everything was top-down programming, whereas today it's object-oriented programming. So after I opened my file with Google Colab, I imported my libraries, and many of the libraries are already installed on Google Colab, so you don't have to worry about that. So I just imported NumPy and Pandas, because those are the two main libraries that we're going to be working with. I read my file that I saved onto my personal GitHub account, and I called it data. So you've got the origin, the date, the price, and units. And then so I had to do encoding equals Unicode escape, because there was a character that Colab didn't recognize, and because there was a character that Colab didn't recognize, it wouldn't accept it. So that's why I had to do a special coding. Coding equals Unicode escape. That's what you have to do to get this to work. So I have to do lots of things to actually get the data sets to work, really. So, and then I decided I wanted to sort it by the date. I decided that, I'll do a lot better job on this prediction if I sort it by the date. So instead of the highest date being on the top, now we've got the earliest date being on the top and the highest date being on the bottom. I thought, because I had some problems with the analysis, I had some problems with the prediction, and I just thought, well, maybe it'll work better if I sort it. So I sorted it. And then I decided to count the origin. So this is the number of origins where they're getting the bananas, where the UK is getting bananas. And it's getting bananas from 27 origins. You can see all of the origins that the UK gets the bananas from. And then I decided I'd want to do a little bit of work on dates. So we had to import our date and our time delta. And so we did work on dates and then I actually deleted a few things because I was doing a lot of experimentation, but I went ahead and kept the date in there anyway. So we renamed our columns because we're using FB Profit. FB Profit is very specific about the columns that they want. They're very specific about the names of the columns. So I had to rename the columns to DS and Y. And then I renamed origin to group. And the reason why is because FB Profit allows you to predict on a group. And I got this code that I'm going to use from Stack Overflow. And just to make sure that everything was the way it was in Stack Overflow to get it to work, I just went ahead and changed the name of the column to group to fall in line with the coding that I got from Stack Overflow. So now we've got FB Profit predictions on each group. Here's the code that I got, and it worked, but I had to change the period to 52. So I had to change the period. I had to change the coding a little bit to fall in line with what I wanted to do. So we had make future data frame and periods equals 52. So because that was and frequency is a week. So that means that for a year, they were going to do a new prediction every week for the 27 origins. And this is our Y hat. This is our forecast. What is this really? This is our final. This is our final. So you see we've got our DS, which is our date. And then it's got a bunch of stuff. And it gives you your Y hat. So that's what we're going to be looking at is the Y hat. And the Y hat is actually the price of the bananas per kilogram. And then the group is the origin. The group is your origin. But when I got that, I wasn't really sure. I thought, well, what's going on? So I made a data frame, and the data frame is called prediction. So you've got your date, your prediction, and your group. And so it goes all the way down from the first origin to the last origin. So the first origin is ACP bananas, and the last origin is Windward Isles. So I made another data frame and called it Future Prediction. And I said, okay, so if the date is greater than max date, then you can include this in the data frame. So if the date was greater than the max date, then it was included in the data frame. And so you can see that. So that's taking our number of rows down from 13,200 to 695 rows. Then I wanted to see all of the origins in this particular data frame, and it was 16. So it was 16 because I guess all of the origins, because those origins are dating back from I think like 1995, and since those origins are dating back from 1995, obviously they're not using some of the origins anymore. And then so what we're going to do is we're going to select group. So I decided that I was going to select a group called Dollar Bananas. And so this is our Dollar Bananas. And so this is the data frame that was created by Dollar Bananas. So you can see that the first date is 17 January 2021. And obviously that date has not elapsed yet because it's a new data frame. And the last date is 9 January 2022. So we're having predictions for an entire year. So that's what I did to get this prediction. So if anybody wants to, they can compare the FB profit predictions for a year with the actual predictions and see how accurate it was, because obviously I can't give you an accuracy or an RMSE score because 17 January hasn't even arrived yet. So that concludes it for this video, for this prediction on the bananas. And then I will make a blog post, and then when I make the blog post, I will give you the websites for the bananas if you want to try it out yourself. And so thank you so much for watching this video to the very end, and I look forward to making new videos for you.